Hi, this is Brendan Mills with RipCode, and welcome to another edition of the RipCode video blog. I get a lot of questions about how the market has changed in the 2 years that RipCode has introduced on-demand transcoding. And the answer is interesting. It's really amazing the amount of video adoption that has happened in the last 2 years. It's actually exceeded our expectations here at RipCode. There's two reasons for that. Number one, Flash video continues to dominate the web video space. And now in the last year, the iPhone has become the central focal point for mobile video. It now takes up 50 to 75% of all mobile data traffic here in the U.S., that is the iPhone alone. And the consolidation around a single endpoint for mobile video is now starting to focus the energy on mobile video more so than it was in the past. And this is, I think, still very compelling to the story of why you need on-demand video in the first place. The more video that you're getting on the internet and the different types of resolutions, the different types of end devices, still requires that you have a methodology of automating video transcoding across a network-centric infrastructure. And that's really what on-demand video transcoding is about. One fact that's interesting to note is that right now, ComScore released a report in October of 2008, and the amount of video traffic in North America and in Europe in October of 2008 equaled the entire global traffic of the internet of October of 2001. So that's just the video traffic on web and mobile, predominantly web, and it is actually exceeding the total amount of global internet traffic that we had in October of 2001. So stunning growth in the video sector, and for us in the last 2 years, that's again exceeded all of our expectations. Okay, now that we've talked about the video growth and the expectations that we've had over the last 2 years on that growth, let's talk about some of the challenges that all this growth really brings to operators of video content. With the explosive growth in video content, there are really 5 challenges that content owners and video site operators have in delivering all this content. The number one issue is just handling the overwhelming amount of content out there. The number 2 issue is really supporting all the devices and endpoints that you need to take this content to. The third option, and probably the most important option today, is really how are you monetizing this service? It's very easy to go and target premium content and consider pre-roll advertising or mid-roll advertising, but it goes far beyond just premium content. How do you get to all levels of content and monetize these various segments of content all the way through? And then, importantly to that, how do you preserve the user experience alongside with that? How do you preserve quality? How do you minimize delay between advertising? How is advertising and monetization built into the flow of the content without upsetting the end user at the same time? And then, how do you take all this content and advertising, and how do you put it down through constrained pipes? How do you take this content and make sure that the stream or progressive download makes it to the customer and does not stutter, stop, or have a low quality experience? One of the evolutions of on-demand transcoding over the last 2 years is the concept of doing the decision-making process around transcoding, the act of transcoding itself, and the experience into a wire speed instant transaction. We're announcing over the next few weeks something called transactional transcoding. So what is transactional transcoding? Well, it's a user experience. It's the experience at the end user where I can get any piece of content in the world on any device at any specific time. And then how does this flow through the service provider or operator? And this is really an evolution of on-demand transcoding. It's something that we've continued to develop since the inception 2 years ago of this technology. And essentially, it's a network-centric methodology of transcoding, whereas we're only transcoding and handling and processing the content that the user actually wants to see, kind of a Darwinistic transcoding service. And transactional transcoding includes not only file-to-file transcoding or file-based content, but also live content as well. It's the art of making a decision on what piece of content that I want to see, whether it's file or live-based, and making that decision process through the network in a wire speed manner. So whether that's a quick channel change, or whether that's taking a file-based content, putting an ad either before or after or during the content, and then delivering that to the customer in an experience is essentially instantaneous. The key elements of transactional transcoding are, again, the addition of file-based or non-real-time content and live real-time content as well. The other pieces of this include device recognition, workflow management, real-time ad insertion, and ad insertion layers of technology that we may also put into the mix, and also a network-aware capability, meaning the ability to go down to the layer 2 and the layer 3 level of the network and understand and adapt the streaming or progressive download or the delivery aspects of transcoding across a network that may be changing, whether it's a mobile network or whether it's a broadband network. And network aware allows you to adapt the stream according to network conditions. And this can be deployed as a product, meaning we can sell the underlying technology and equipment to operators to do this, or it can be deployed as a service where we host that for our customers as well. All in all, the service has to be transparent, not only to the end user, but the service has to be transparent to the operator as well. So transcoding as a transactional wire speed service is what we believe is the future of delivering video. Up to now, transcoding has been a separate kind of batch job or service bureau process to delivering content. RipCode believes that this should be a network, autonomous network service for operators and for content owners. This is not something that should be done separate or in a manual fashion. The network should absorb these capabilities of handling transcode transactions, resolution changes, ad insertion, all the monetization pieces should be done autonomously without the operator's support. And this is what we believe is the future of transcoding. It is taking transcoding to the transactional level of streaming and progressive download. And that not only means from a speed and latency standpoint, but it means the cost standpoint. Being able to take transcoding down to pennies per transaction or fractional pennies per transaction. It means taking all this intelligence of what happens in the workflow, in the ad insertion, and the transcoding, and making that happen again in a wire speed fashion. All this happens transparently to the operator. And this is the system that RipCode is putting together, and this is the future of transcoding. So this gives you a picture of what RipCode is about and what transactional transcoding is about. Please stay tuned over the next few weeks for more video blogs and video posts. Thanks for watching.